What would you say that you do that's a little like out of the ordinary?
I don't think I do nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing?
Nah, I don't think I think, sex, oral sex, all that is pretty standard nowadays.
Mm-hmm. What if a girl's like, slap me?
Oh, no, I did. I did like role play before.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I did role play.
What were you?
But I like to role play with white women.
What was the character?
You been with white women?
Have I been with white women?
I didn't know.
I've been with white women. I had to
what was this role play?
I did it for Matilda. Like, what do you mean?
Shut up.
What are you talking about? I did it for all them years.
Did you like that?
Huh?
No, what was the role play?
Yeah.
The role play.
What was the roles?
This feels like it's gonna be so wrong.
It's so wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never talked about this.
Ah, shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no.
Maino.
Shit.
Oh my God.
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave with a white woman.
So tell me like what you say.
Yes, Mesa. I was sorry.
It's two of them. Like it's like me getting whooped, right?
You get whooped?
It's like I play like you whipping, but most of them don't want to play like that. This
Yeah, I was gonna say, what white woman goes along with this?
They don't want to play like that. They don't.
Okay.
This is my. It's like, listen, you're gonna act like your master's wife.
And I'm the runaway.
And I just got whooped by Massa for eyeballing me. But the whole time you've been really, you liked it. You've been eyeballing me.
Oh, this sounds like some freaky porn. I'm interested.
Right, this is some freaky shit. And then I'm gonna come all sweaty, right? Just finished getting whooped, and you're gonna say, no, Billy Joe, no, Billy Joe, no. Massa's not gonna like it. He's not gonna like it. That's what you want to learn. This is his whole script. Yeah, his whole script.
So white women have gone along with this and done this.
He's speaking from experience.
Nobody really went along with it. Like I stood up on the wall and said, come on, let's act it out. And he was like, Maino, are you crazy?
What if they call you the N-word?
See, this is
because this comes with it.
This is where it goes deep. And this is where I'll probably be canceled after this.
You be
right
like, don't say it. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can say this.
Say it.
I'm gonna take Gigi's advice. This is really.
Say it. I want to know.
I don't know because it's not right though.
But this is fantasy stuff.
This is all fantasy shit though.
Okay. In the fantasy world.
In the fantasy world, because of this, nobody's ever did it. Mm-hmm. So the other fantasy is that they whipping me and they calling me a nigga.
Why they doing it?
Right.
So you would want that.
Right.
It's crazy.
You disobedient nigga.
Do you think you would feel weird after?
Nah.
Okay.
No, because at the end of the day, the black dick will rule.
Oh my God!
You want to hear something crazy? I do know this woman who used to have sex with this white guy, and he used to call her like the N-word and everything. He used to pay her though to have sex.
Who used to call who N-word?
The white guy. He used to say that to her. Like he would
pay her to call her.
Yeah.
So that's different.
But she allowed, like she was okay with it.
Yeah, but that's kind of demeaning. I don't know if this is the same fantasy. Now, like I've said, nobody's done that.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that play, the slave play on Broadway?
No, I didn't see it.
You should go see it.
Yeah, I will.
Because that actually, in that play, that actually happens.
Because in my mind, I feel like there were slaves fucking...
There definitely were.
Okay,
so that's actually, that's what I'm saying. You got to see this play.
This is what I'm saying now.
Maino, go to Broadway and see this play.
I'm the disobedient slave that keeps getting his ass whooped.
You definitely would have been in the house too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been in the house.
Yes, you would.
How would I have been in the house?
Because you passed the brown paper bag.
No, but I'm a nigga that I don't know how to follow rules though. That's me. I'm the asshole nigga that can't follow rules.
You'd have been in the house regardless because your grandfather was that runaway slave that was getting whipped by man.
They gonna cut my foot off. They gonna cut my foot off. Conker, foot off.
This is awful.
But I'ma still be fucking.
Oh my God.
I just
With
want
the
to
nub.
say this is just Maino's fantasy.
Okay.
Right, it's not a real thing. I don't want
It's
nobody
not
to,
a real
Yeah,
thing.
because they'll chop this up.
Don't come
Next
forward.
thing you know,
It's just-
Yeah.
this
we
is,
can't.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gigi is very worried about me right now. She's very worried about me right now.
I am too.
Yeah, he's very worried about me
Now,
right now.
let me ask you this. What is something that you've said no to?
What do you mean?
Like something that you like had to put a stop to? Like is there anything that you're like, that's off limits? I ain't doing that.
Maino ain't letting no girl put her finger in his
Fucking right. We don't play like that.
But has anybody tried it?
Girls, if you don't, some
Yes.
girls would try like
They're
to.
trying
To
to.
get this
Okay, now you just heard this part of the interview. It is from Angela Yee interview, Lip Service, where they talk about a lot of wild topics and sex and things like that. But I didn't know anything about Maino. He is basically a 1980s rapper with a restaurant and a podcast. This was discussed before this came up. I don't know much about him. He's an underground rapper from the East Coast, New York. He talks about his endeavors, but we're skipping to this part right here. About him admitting that he wants to be a simp. This is a simp in my definition. Someone who wants to be overpowered by a woman. And I guess that's okay as long as it's a white woman. And then he just goes into this slave play, is what we'll call it now. I know people will say this is kink shaming. Nowadays, you just put shaming behind a word and it becomes a thing and people run with it. But several black men were saying don't kink shame. I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was uncommon, but there are comments from a cam girl, and she's Caucasian, and she says it's an increased request for her to participate in slave play, and that her viewers want to see her do that. And it's more than anyone knows. So this is coming from black men. Now, I remember a play written by Jeremy O. Harris. It was Slave Play. I didn't watch it. The reviews was enough for me. I wasn't going there. I mean, you know, people don't know when to stop, because I'm sorry, I haven't heard of Holocaust play. I've never heard of that. I'm not saying it couldn't exist. Obviously, if it exists, people are keeping it on the low, but that's disgusting. This is disgusting. Out of everything that you could do, it's not enough to just be sexual with someone and to enjoy sex with someone. Now you have to bring in whips, chains. You have to, I mean, if you want to do it, whatever, whips, chains, tape, rope, slave play, racial epithets while you're doing it. It's just an endless sea of disgustingness and degeneracy and deviancy. So I just wanted to show this because, like I said, I'm not familiar with this. I mean, I know about role play. I know about, you know, like the burglar comes in and, you know, just other things like that, which is whatever. If you want to do that and have fun, you know, go crazy. But there are certain lines that shouldn't be crossed. And this is definitely a line that shouldn't be crossed. It just shows me about, I'm sorry, I have to say it, black men. Okay, if you notice, Angela Yee had to throw in, there was a black woman who was doing this and let a white man call her the N-word, but he was paying for it. I don't know if she's a sex worker. Obviously, she's a sex worker, but she had to make the decision to either do it or not. Obviously, he was paying for it. And this wasn't just something she was letting her boyfriend do to her. And she was in a relationship with this man. This man was paying her for sex work. that's different. And he basically said he wanted this done to him as a fantasy, as something that he wanted to engage in while he's having sex as enjoyment. I don't know how you can enjoy being called the N-word by a Caucasian person. That is weird. It's disrespectful, and I just don't know how bad it's going to get. Just when you think things can't get worse, they do. And he tried to act like this never happened. I believe this happens a lot. He was very specific. He was very fluid in his description of this role play that he likes. And I think, he is a simp. I mean, people will call him a coon. Knowing what you know about antebellum chattel slavery and then turn that sexual, or want to be treated like that. Like, do you want to be put on a plantation again? And I mean, really? I mean, I don't see how we can set up here and have a pro-black sector talking about the white man, the white man, the white man, but you're betting the white man's daughter, cousin, sister, all of that, and you're screaming about white supremacy, but it's not bad enough for you not to want to bet it, but also you're wanting to be called something that white supremacists would call you and degrade you. This is a case study, actually. And I know there's another video of him out there whining and crying because people didn't react positively to it, and they were dragging him for filth. So he got in his feelings and he started crying. He proudly and boldly spoke about this role play fetish thing that he has. I think it's degrading. I think it's disgusting. Besides you being a sex worker and you having to make a decision between whether you're going to do this or not for the money, but to have this in your personal life and to do this, period, I think it's degrading, disgusting, and you have no self-worth. You're a simp. Don't try and hide deviancy behind the kinky community, but I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you in the next one.